Hi, this is Rich. Welcome back. I just finished week 79 taking weight loss drugs. I took this week's shot just a few moments ago. So far, so awesome. I've had a really good run using Mounjaro after stalling out on Wegovy, but after losing a lot of weight on Wegovy. So it's going pretty doggone well. I'm filming this right now a couple of days before Christmas. So as many of you are aware, I always call Halloween through New Year's as the danger zone, that there is just a ton of food, a ton of candy, ton of goodies around. And I think that's the easiest time to gain weight. It's also the time when you're doing the least amount of exercise because you're not able to get outside if you live in the northern climates. I've had in the last 4 weeks, I've had a really good run, so I'm pretty doggone happy. I want to talk a little bit about today about what it's like being with family when you're trying to lose weight, and they're very concerned that you're not eating enough, that you're hungry, that you don't know there's food on the stove, that there's something else that did you get enough to eat? Maybe you should have some more. Please have some more. No, is there something wrong? Would you like something else? Because my goodness, you think the food noise is loud in your head until your family starts peppering you with questions, and it's even worse, right? Because you're already trying to hold the line and trying to be reasonable in your partaking of all this delicious food around, and they're acting like you're committing a crime by not gorging yourself. So I wanted to talk about some of the things that you can say that would be polite, but also be effective in trying to not be forced into eating something or taking some food that you really didn't want. So the first thing is you can politely say thanks, but I'm already full. I've had plenty. Maybe that's enough. It's never enough. How about another one is tell them that you'll try later. You're full right now, but you're gonna try it a little later. Another thing you can do is you can say, I'm full right now, but it was so good. Could you have just a little bit to take home and try later in the evening because it was really delicious and you wanted to try some more tonight when you get a little hungry. Another trick is to have something in your hand like a beverage, a water, um, that makes you less of a target, makes you less likely to have someone think, oh, as a host, I've got to make sure that this person's having a good time by having a beverage in your hand, having water or I don't know, even a beer or a wine or mixed drink. Hopefully, something less caloric intensive, but it makes you less of a target. And then the last thing is when you say no, start out with the negative and then go to something positive. No, but it was really delicious. I can't believe what a good cook you are. I'd really like to get that recipe so that we can make it at our house. Something like that. And then follow up quickly with another question. So hopefully it's kind of like when you're talking to little kids and you just jingle the car keys and they get diverted. Hopefully you can divert them with another question so you can focus on something else. There's just some tips. I hope they're helpful. They don't always work in my family, and it's really difficult sometimes to convince people that I just don't need to gorge myself every time I'm eating, and that I can be satisfied without stuffing myself silly. And you have to remember, they're going to have seen you over the years where you just eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. Uh, it might be a point of pride because they think they're such good cooks and you really like their food. And now that you're not gorging yourself, they're saying, I wonder what's wrong. I wonder why my food isn't good enough anymore. Um, they don't realize it's not about them. It's about you trying to make some good, healthy choices. So, anyhow, those are my tips. Anyway, let's go to something a little more fun for this talk that's happening just before Christmas. What do you call a poor Santa Claus? What do you call a poor Santa Claus? Saint Nicholas. Nicholas? Nicholas? Okay, that's bad. Why are Christmas trees bad at sewing? Why are Christmas trees bad at sewing? Because they always drop their needles. Okay, if you're 3, 4, 5 years old, that's a great joke. You can use that at dinner on Christmas. And then finally, why does the letter E get all of the Christmas presents? Why does the letter E get all of the Christmas presents? Because all the other letters of the alphabet were not E. Not E? Not E? Not E? Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. The jokes don't get any better. How'd I do this week? I had another good week. It was very comfortable in my intake. I felt I was getting enough food all the time. I was not hungry. Food noise was at a minimum. I lost another 3 pounds. That brings me down to 104 pounds down total. I'll see you next week.